The spiders?
Yes.
I don't know what it is.
Where do spiders come from? They will? They will?
I don't know, baby.
Where did those spiders come from? Where do spiders come from?
The crawfish, bro.
There's no way.
Let me.
See, alright, so first and foremost, I give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Shemi Oshai, Shamra Kakadash. We say double honors to apostles and elders, great most and rubel, our teachers, our apostles in the truth, and we see salutations, solely accurate, so they push with no truth and sincerity, day in and day out, and constantly in season or season, say Shalom. Once again, going into a video here and touching upon the video that you see on the screen, right? Once again, it's Jake and a whole set of abominable food, right? Every is you see Jake, putting up the seafood boils, putting up the pork, putting up all these things that are not supposed to be eaten. Even in these churches, what do they tell the congregation to do? To bless and eat. It doesn't matter what meat it is. You could just bless it and eat it, right? And when you go to the scriptures, there are things that you could eat and things that you're not supposed to eat. And this is what you see in the screen here as an example of what you're not supposed to eat. Now, if in the video, right, I'm going to split it.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
The spiders?
Yes.
I don't know what it is.
See some small things like spiders, right? Maybe it could just be like crabs and so forth. But hey, spiders, crabs, basically it's things that you're not supposed to be eating. Or hey, your lobster, right? What she said it was crawfish, right? Those are things that you're not supposed to be eating, right? You're not supposed to be putting in those things you're supposed to stay far away from, right? Now let me go to the scripture. This is the book of Leviticus chapter 11. It says, and the Lord spake unto Moses and to Aaron, saying unto them, speak unto the children of Israel, saying, these are the beasts which ye shall eat among all the beasts that are on the earth, right? So these are the beasts that you could eat, right? So at times I remember when was I working or something I was doing, right? And someone asked if I wanted something to eat, and I was like, what particular in the Caribbean here we would say what pot they cook, right? Or what they make to eat, right? And the response of the person was, we cook we make pork and so forth and so on. I was like, nah, I don't eat that stuff, right? And the person was like, wait, you eat pork? So you don't eat nothing at all? And that is Jake's statements when it comes to these things. It's like it has so much other meats that you can't eat, but the soul of wickedness, the soul love to eat these abominable things, right? That is the kind of statement that they would make, Wait, so you don't eat no meat at all then? It had no meat you could eat. Just because it tell them, hey, you don't eat this. Even when they ask you, why you don't eat this meat, and you go down, you simply do a simple explanation to them. They would be like, then you tell them, you tell them what the scriptures and so forth, and they will be like, I thought the Lord said the Lord done away with. Oh, I thought, and that's the statements they will tell you. I thought the Lord said the Lord done away with, and I thought the Lord say you could bless and eat. But they just repeat things they hear from someone, or they repeat things that the pastor would tell them in church, things that are what wrong, right? I want to jump to our scripture quick, and I want to go to the book of Isaiah chapter 5, right? 5, and I want to read verse verse 20. It says, woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, and put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. That's what Jake do. The things that are considered to be good, they watch it as evil, and the things that are evil, they watch those things to be as good. And that goes in every aspect of the whole life, every single thing. When they watch the stuff that Jake be doing on a daily basis, what they consider to be good is actually something evil, something wicked, right? But again, the switchy things are wrong, right? That way it say, woe unto them that call evil good, and that is what they do. They call the good evil, right? And the evil good, right? So woe unto them. That is why now when it comes to the stuff like you're telling them, hey, you're not supposed to be eating pork, crawfish, shrimp, these things. They go tell you, wait, so where you want me eat? Where you want me eat? Right? They go be like, nah, that good fear. This loves have some benefits, and there's the lines they'll go down too. Like Jake fear. And in the video here, any little child saying what?
Spiders come. They will.
I don't know, baby.
In the video here, any child saying the spiders, yeah, then that's something that's supposed to eat. Leviticus 11, and let me read let's stop over verse 2. It says, speak unto the children of Israel, saying, these are the beasts which ye shall eat among all the beasts that are on the earth, whatsoever part of the hoof and is cloven footed and chew with the cud among the beasts that shall ye eat. Nevertheless shall ye not eat of them that chew the cud, or of them that divide the hoof, as the camel, because he chewed the cud, but divided not the hoof. He is unclean unto you. Right? You say, and the coney, because he chewed the cud, but divided not the hoof. He is unclean unto you. Right? And when you look up what let's see if I get it here quick. Right, it's a hyrax. Today it will be considered what you call a hyrax, right? Right, there is something that is not supposed to be eaten. It say, because he chewed the cud but divided not the hoof, he is unclean unto you. It say, and the hair, because he chewed the cud but divided not the hoof, he is unclean unto you. Hey, one thing, and in the Caribbean here, hey, Jake love rabbit, Jake love rabbit. In the islands down here, they love rabbit. They love rabbit bad, they love those things bad, right? Like Jake fear, but they things that are not supposed to be eaten at all. I'm looking for something else here. Sword, right? I just want to go to that verse. It says, so when you look up Kuni, it means a badger, the hyrax, right? So going back to the Leviticus, it says, and the hair, because he chewed the cud, but divided not the hoof, he is unclean unto you. And the swine, though he divided the hoof and be cloven footed, yet he chewed not the cud, he is unclean to you. Of their flesh shall ye not eat, and their carcass shall ye not touch, they are unclean to you. These shall ye eat of all that are in the waters, whatsoever had fins and scales in the waters, in the seas and in the rivers, them shall ye eat. So the things that have fins, scales, red fish, grantikai, these things you could eat. Shark is something that you're not supposed to eat, right? And many other fishes that don't have scales, right? That don't have these fins, right? It say what had fins and scales, fins and scales. It say, and all that have, verse 10, and say, and all that have not fins and scales in the seas and in the rivers, of all that move in the waters, of any living thing which is in the waters, they shall be an abomination unto you. So octopus, right, squid, right, your crawfish, your lobsters, these is things that you're not supposed to eat, right? You're supposed to stay away from it. So when she taking all the little stuff that looking like crab, most likely it's crab. I don't think it's spiders, right? But it's looking like a spider because it's the equivalent to what what in the seas, right, is equivalent to what could be on the land, right? It's really looking like a spider, and it could be maybe a sea spider, right? And that's what they say. A squid is what the cockroach of the sea, right? But Jake find it to be a delicacy. But those are things that you're not supposed to eat, right? They say an all that have not fins and scales in the seas and in the rivers, of all that move in the waters, of any living thing which is in the waters, they shall be an abomination unto you. They shall be even an abomination unto you. Ye shall not eat of their flesh. Ye shall have their carcasses but ye shall have their carcasses in an abomination. It says, whatsoever had no fins, no scales in the water, right? Because shell is not scales, right? Shell is totally something different. So it says, whatsoever had no fins, no scales in the waters, that shall be an abomination unto you, right? It's an abomination. And the Lord said what? He hated all abomination. So, hey, one time you're not supposed to be eating that at all, right? And that is why I make a clear statement for these are the things that they could eat in the waters, right? It tell you what they could eat. Those that have what? Fins and scales. There are plenty fishes outside there that have cavalli, carrot, kingfish, many other fishes that have scales on them, and fins, right? But the octopus, the shrimps, the crawfish, the lobsters, right? The crabs, the snails, right? Those things are not. Those things is things that are not supposed to be eaten. It's not some exotic delicacy and a seafood boils and all these things. But Jake Fair, they love wickedness, right? It say whatsoever. It say and these are they which ye shall have in abomination among the fowls. They shall not be eaten. They are an abomination. The eagle and the ossifrage and the osprey, and the vulture and the kite after his kind, every raven after his kind, and the owl and the night hawk and the cuckoo and the hawk after his kind, and the little owl, right? And the little owl and the cormorant and the great owl and the swan and the pelican and the gay eagle and the stork, the heron after her kind, and the lapwing and the bat. All fowls that creep going upon all four shall be an abomination unto you, right? Yet these may ye eat of every flying creeping thing that goeth upon all four, which have legs above their feet to leap withal upon the earth. Even these of them ye may eat: the locust after his kind, and the boar locust after his kind, and the beetle after his kind, the grasshopper after his kind. But all other flying creeping things which have 4 feet shall be an abomination unto you. It shall be a what? An abomination unto you, right? And that is what it is abomination. So you're not supposed to be eating it, right? I want to jump down a little bit. And I want to go down to verse 44. Right, they say, for I am the Lord your God. Ye shall therefore sanctify yourselves, and ye shall be holy. For I am holy, neither shall ye defile yourselves with any manner of creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. You say, for I am the Lord that bringeth up you up out of the land of Egypt to be your God. Ye shall therefore be holy, for I am holy. This is the law of the beast, and of the fowl, and of every living creature that moveth in the waters, and of every creature that creepeth upon the earth, to make a difference between the unclean and the clean, and between the beast that may be eaten and the beast that may not be eaten. So straight out, it have things that they can eat and things that they cannot eat, right? And this year, you see, she in shock about the little crabs, the little spider thing she's seeing, but she in shock about the big, the crawfish.
Spiders?
Yes.
Those big
They will.
she in awe about that. That is a delicacy. When there is something that is not supposed to be eaten, right? But Jake, they love wickedness, and they will find all sorts of excuses to do that. That is why they'll tell you, the Lord say, bless and eat. That is why they're going to make statements like, the Lord done away with, because they just want to continue sinning and living in sin, right? So with that, once again, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yoshai, Ba'ashem Kakadash. We say double and apostles and elders, our great Muslim Rubal, our teachers, our apostles in truth. And we say salutations of the actions that push with no truth and sincerity. Day in and day out, and constantly in season and season, we say Shalom.